Hey guys, and welcome! With update 4.2 we got several changes and improvements for Battlefield 2042, with some of them being very obvious and easy to find, while others might fly under the radar. So as usual, I will point out a few changes in this video that you should definitely not miss, and also go a bit more into depth on others where further explanations can be helpful. And I want to start with a new player card and a player card tag that most players might have not recognized yet, and these are no ordinary ones, but actually very special because they are dedicated to Thick44. He was a member of the Neeps gaming team and especially well known within the Battlefield community for his fantastic performance as Recon in Battlefield France. Unfortunately, he had passed away earlier this year from cancer, so now the player card Fly High Recon and the respective player card tag were added to the collection to keep his memory alive. In addition, the data miner Applebox has found 4 more player cards in the files of the new update, and also a few new soldier and weapon cosmetics. And these are all coming to the item store within the next weeks, and at least most of the weapon skins follow the same design of this season's battle pass. The specialist sets are a bit more unique, and except for the one for Angel, they are all legendary sets. But that's enough for the cosmetics now. Let's have a look at the actual changes to gameplay mechanics. And the first one is the improvement of the plus menu that I've pointed out in my weekly missions video already, but I know that a lot of players have been waiting for this for a long time, so I include it here once again. Because now you can finally remove attachments you don't want to carry with you from the plus menu and only equip the ones you really need. By pressing the right mouse button on PC, X on Xbox or Square on PlayStation, the selected attachment is removed from the slot. But this also means that you can't swap attachments anymore in the way it was possible before the update. Instead, you need to click on the plus menu slot and then choose the attachment you want for it from the collection, and if necessary, the game will swap them automatically. So for example, if I want to have the armor-piercing bullets in the last slot and not in the second, I need to click at the last slot and select them from the list. The standard issue magazine that was on this slot before gets then moved to the second slot automatically. Not as fast as it was before, but I prefer to be able to reduce my plus menu to the necessary stuff instead of swapping the attachments faster. In addition, the whole customization screen was tweaked and is a lot clearer now, with less steps to select attachments and a better readability of their stats and descriptions in general. The only thing I'm not quite happy with at the moment is the new position for the unlock requirements, because these are in the top right corner of the screen now, and this makes them a lot harder to find and also read. And I think their position right below the description, like it was before the update, was a lot better. And there's one more thing you should be aware of, and that's the description for the light suppressors like the Wrapped or 6KU, because here the information on how their minimap stealth works was extended and now says that you won't be seen on the minimap when you are more than 40 meters away from the enemy. But that's not true. At first I thought they might have adjusted it and changed the distance, but that's not the case. It's still 20 meters, only the description is wrong. So every enemy within 20 meters around you will still see you on the map when you are shooting, but all others won't. And for this self-spotting when shooting, that was also an addition made with the update, because now you will get spotted when firing the smoke grenade launcher, the SPH explosive launcher, the recoilless M5, the javelin, and the FX missile launcher as well. So whenever you fire a weapon on the barrel launcher or gadget that makes noise and doesn't have a suppressor equipped, you will get spotted on the enemy's minimaps for a short moment. Good thing though is that I think we're now through with all of the weapons, attachments and gadgets, and there shouldn't be any more surprises of gear that's being added to the spotting list. A very welcome change, on the other hand, was made to the auto-throw grenade option, because after loads and loads of updates and a long time where this feature was not working, it was finally fixed. You can enable it at the options, then controller or mouse and keyboard, and on foot, and this setting will allow you to throw your grenade or knife instantly after toggling the grenade button, and you won't have to pull the trigger in addition to it. Before the update, this would throw out all of your grenades or knives at once, but now it only throws one at a time. If you still want to hold the grenade a bit before throwing it, you can simply hold the button, cause the grenade is just released from your hand when you release the button. I'm happy that this option works perfectly fine now, and I can only encourage you to try it out as well, cause especially for throwing knives, it gives you the opportunity to use them a lot faster during combat. And another fix that was finally made, and that was definitely annoying, is for the issue where Crawford's mounted Vulcan overheated a lot faster on the two old gen consoles, Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Cause here the time you could fire the turret was only at about 4 seconds, while on the current gen and PC version of the game it was at 7 seconds. And this is also the value it should have. So with the update this was adjusted, and the old gen version has the longer firing time as well now. Something else that was changed, and that I'm actually not quite sure if I'm happy about it or not, is that all control panels for these red steel doors have been removed entirely from the game. Before the update, your team could lock them and they would then only open for your teammates but stay closed for enemies. But now all of these doors are closed by default and they open automatically when a player approaches them. This means you can't take control of them anymore and lock out enemies, but it also means you won't have to spend several seconds force opening these doors and risking to get shot while sitting there. The only thing you can still take control of are these grey gates, but I personally don't use them much because they just take forever to open and close. I enjoyed fortifying positions with the red steel doors a lot more. However, a change I definitely appreciate, at least when I'm not at the receiving end, is the higher damage that all kinds of projectiles deal to the two transport aircrafts Superhind and Condor now. Because since the update, all of your armor-piercing bullets, rockets and missiles deal 20% more damage to the Superhind and 10% more damage to the Condor. And this change makes especially the NTW-50 with the high power ammunition a lot more fun to play. Just give it a try if you haven't touched this weapon in a while. And then there was a completely new upgrade added for the CAV Brawler, and I think this might fly a bit under the radar if you don't check these customizations regularly. The new upgrade is called Cyber Warfare Protection System and can be equipped in the same slot as the Smoke Discharger or the Close Defense System. It needs to be unlocked by doing 20 kills and assists in objective areas with the Brawler, and will then work similar to the Active Protection System, only for hacks. So when you are about to get hacked by RAW and you see the hack warning on your screen, you can quickly activate the new upgrade and it will block the current hacking attack and also protect you from any new ones for about 7 seconds. After this, the system has a 20-second cooldown within which you can get hacked again. From RAW's point of view, the hacking stops when the system gets activated and the suit shows a firewall detected message instead. But RAW is not the only specialist that can be countered with a new upgrade, cause Blasco's infiltration device is also overwritten with it. So when you are in the Brawler and you see that your minimap is jammed from one of these devices, enable the Cyber Warfare Protection and it will not only clear your minimap for as long as the system is active, but also show you where the infiltration device is placed. The only thing it doesn't block are incoming EMP blasts from Casper's drone and of course also the EMP grenades. The system can be equipped alongside of the Active Protection System, which gives the Brawler a lot of options to defend itself against all kinds of attacks. Right now it's only available for the CAV, but I can imagine that this might be added to other vehicles like the MAV or the EBLC RAM as well in the future. And while I'm talking about the Active Protection System, there was also a small improvement made here, but not for the system itself. Instead, a hit marker was added that now displays in the HUD when your rocket or missile was intercepted by the APS. The color of this hit marker is the same as for the infantry's armor plates, and it can be adjusted at the crosshair settings and then armor hit indicator. If you want to save your rocket and not waste it at a vehicle with active APS, you should check if a green light is shown on top of the turret, because then the system is enabled and will destroy all incoming explosives. If the light is red on the other hand, you should fire everything you have, because then the APS is on cooldown and the driver won't be able to activate it. If there is no light shown, the APS is currently deactivated, but it is available and not on cooldown. But that's just on the side. And at the end, something I just wanted to quickly point out, even though I'm pretty sure it was not added with this update and is in the game for a bit longer already, and that's the different turning speeds for turret upgrades of vehicles. I I can remember that there was a blog post about the implementation of different turning speeds earlier this year, but I never realized that this was already in the game and that it's also stated in the description. So for example, for the EBLC-RAM, the 40mm cannon and the missile launcher have a fast turning speed, while the howitzer cannon has a medium speed. Or at the EMKV-90 Tor, the hammer has a medium speed, while the maul has a slow turning speed. So just in case this was flying under your radar as well, maybe check your vehicle upgrades again if you're not happy with the turning speeds, and also check the descriptions for them. And that's it for today. I hope this video gave you some more insight on a few important changes that were made with update 4.2 in Battlefield 2042, and if that's the case, be sure to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching, I'm Catwoman and you are awesome.